far too early and have been penalised. They must stay attached to the scrum finishers.
Look at Costello, only holding on by the hands. He didn't have a shoulder attached to the side of the scrum.
They've given away 2 very soft penalties, Dan, particularly when they had the numbers in the lineup. They had 8 when they should have had 7. Soft penalties, and the way this guy kicks.
Okay.
Yes, he's mentioned the leading point scorer, 80 points so far in the World Cup. Two tries, 14 goals, 13 penalty goals and a drop goal. It's been a great tally. Keith Wood can only look on as Frederic Michalak hopes to chalk double figures for the French. And he's done it. It's 10-0 to France.
Well, the French so far have had a mountain of possession. The French have had a mountain of possession but only scored 10 points so far. They started like a train, but the Irish with their defence have been smothering them and slowing the play down.
That's Betson. Was the ball knocked forward by Palouse? Michalak onto the right foot. Torpedo punt. Taken by Kelly. And turned for the fullback Dempsey. Now Horgan, the big strapping winger for Ireland. He's got a ton of pace. Picked up and driven forward. That is being paid to Ireland. And the penalty forthcoming.
Beautiful back row play there by Keith Gleeson. There for the pick-up when the ball was spilt. Horgan really wanting to have a crack at this French defence.
Now O'Gara will drive it up towards the 22. And now Ireland, with probably their best chance to attack so far, a very likely land. Look at the great work there by Gleeson. Born in Dublin, but played most of his rugby in Australia before being captain a couple of years ago against Wales. One of the Australian back rowers that got away. I think the general consensus in Australia that he was too small to play for the Wallabies. And once again he's called Ireland home. Now they drive it inside the 22. And Costello driven into touch. The big number 8, 118 kilos.
And look who was there. Galtier comes across. He's just an inspiring captain, just leg drive. And Dominique, the 2 small men in the French team.
Galtier. Nicolas Brusque. Well, that's a great touch finder by the French fullback.
Ireland just needs some hope. They just need a sniff of some points here to get them back in the game. They've got a huge French-Irish contingent here just willing them on. O'Connell.
Easterby won it at the back. Swarming defence by the French.
No.
Stringer. O'Connell. Ball becomes available again for Ireland. French are up so quickly. Here's Dempsey. Double team by the outside backs of France. Just watch the pace of this French defence. They are attacking the Irish defensively. They are up in their faces. Maggs. One down low, one up high. Stringer again. Goes wide. O'Gara. Look at that defence. Double teaming again. There's nowhere for the Irish to go.
Well, you can throw a blanket over the Irish at the moment. They haven't got a man over halfway across the field. They've got one person in Horgan. And they just keep wanting to bash it up the centre. The French have got to give them respect.
Now they go wide. O'Driscoll with the kick in behind the defence. Horgan is flying. So too is Dominici.
Great result for the Irish. They've got the position. You're right about that bunched attack out there. Very ordinary. But eventually the genius of the kick gives them the opportunity. O'Driscoll again. How important is he to this team?
Well, it takes O'Driscoll to see the space in behind. He wrapped round and ran wide and then put a beautifully weighted kick through.
25 minutes gone first half. Can the Irish pull some points back? They'll try and drive it if they don't come out the stringer. Now Horgan shows his bulk and strength. He's been very impressive so far. But that was against Easterby, not coming in behind the last man. And the penalty coming in from the side. And that's silly stuff by the Irish.
Well, again, another soft penalty, David. They had done well. They haven't been down in this part of the territory for basically the whole half. And a soft penalty puts them back on halfway around the 10-metre mark. Line-out throw to France.
Jonathan Kaplan is giving players latitude and releasing the ball. Horgan, this stage, he rolls back across again. He could have been penalised technically there, but Jonathan Kaplan, good refereeing, he's giving them some latitude.
Notice how deliberate the French are at coming to this line out. Ibanez with the throw. Up goes Pelous. Now they go wide again. And that is into touch on the fall. So one of the rare mistakes of this tournament by Michelak. And they're going back to the crooked throw by the French. No advantage being forthcoming there.
Yeah, there's no doubt that we're seeing a targeting of Kelly on this wing. Rougerie, a much taller player. And Michelak really setting that ball through consistently onto this commentary side.
It's true, you notice that Kelly doesn't hug the touchline. He leaves a very big gap from where he stands at the touchline, and Michelak has picked that up.
He stands he's inside his man. In fact, he's probably marking Tony Marsh at centre at the moment, but he's just hoping that the drift defence of the inside centre and centres of Ireland will move it across.
No, you didn't slip.
The line you can see is the 10-metre line. It's in French territory. They lead by 10-0. Opening try by 10-0. Opening try by Mania. The rest of the points coming from the conversion and a drop goal. That's great defence by Costello.
It's overcooked too.
And that's the correct decision. He was outside his 22, only just. And the ball, you cannot kick it out on the full if you're outside that 22-metre line.
And as Brusker's kicked that, he's realised he's put a little bit too much oomph on it. His body language was trying to will it back in, curve it back in, but he knew he was out by a metre, and Ireland on the attack.
O'Gara, Maggs. Oh, great play by Maggs, straight through the first line. O'Gara. Easterby, over the advantage line and beyond. Stringer nips away on the short side. Keith Wood goes past the advantage line as well. Now a chance for Ireland to spin it to the right. O'Gara, undisciplined pass. Clever play, Ibanez. Betson, Dominici, he will have too much pace. Second try to the French. Fourth try in the World Cup for Dominici. Well, a mistake by Ireland, punished by the French. It's 15-0.
There he is, that man Dominici, the try scorer. There isn't much of him, but what it is, it looks like he runs scared. The Irish hot on attack, but it was that man Mania who picks up the crumbs inside to Ibanez. Again, the back row of Betson, and then Dominici. They were looking for the fast man, and it was just a straight sprint to the line, and Horgan just didn't have the gas to keep up with him. Try time.
It's all about reducing your errors. Ireland created a huge area out wide. The loose forward's getting involved. This guy's got a huge amount of gas. And they will punish you if you cough up errors like that. That's too easy.
And Munier, reminiscent of the semi-final in '99 against New Zealand, Stu. That just breakout, he's got so much speed, so much vision. super player.
But we spoke earlier about how the Irish are bunching up in their attack, and if they cough the ball up, this French side will punish you with quick turnover and down the other end of the park stuff.
Frederic Michalak, 21-year-old from Toulouse, has a magic right boot, and it's 17-0. The French celebrate in Melbourne. Betson did very, very well. You'll see the little push here from Galtier putting Dominici in space, and he scores a wonderful French try. So 2 tries to the French in the opening 30 minutes.
Well, that ball went forward off French hands first, so it will be an Irish feed. And coming into the last 10 minutes of this first half, desperate for points. O'Driscoll, can he work some magic?
Scrum feed by Ireland. Look at the pressure Galtier putting on Stringer. Now O'Gara. O'Driscoll. Beautiful play, O'Gara. And Betson, what great defence. This blindside flanker. Now they go again. O'Driscoll just wants to get his hands on the football for Ireland. He knows that he can penetrate out wide. But again, at the breakdown, the Irish are penalised.
Great tackle there by Tony Marsh on O'Driscoll. That's 1 for 1.
What a great story this is, Stu.
Outstanding.
Had testicular cancer. He went through chemo and radiation back in the early part of the year. And he's back playing in a Rugby World Cup and hoping to play in the final in 2 weeks' time. Betson has been outstanding, the headgear back rower for France.
But more importantly for Marsh was the confidence that Laporte put in him, the coach, the French coach, saying, you are good, I know you will get back from this and you will play in the World Cup, and so he has.
Great inspiration. Tony Marsh, the New Zealand-born centre for France. Now Galtier takes another snipe at this Irish defence. Beautiful play back on the inside. A chance again. Harin Ndorke, third French try. Are they bound for the semi-finals? The fans in the stadium say, I think we're on our way. Allez les Bleus, 22-0 to France.
Harin Ndorke, 23 years of age, the snipe by Galtier. He goes to the ground, there's no one in there. It's popped up by the big man Cranker, who then goes to ground again, looks for support. Harin Ndorke is there, 23 years of age, a fantastic athlete, one of the greats of the future for France, if not already. And he outsprints them all to the line to go over untouched. Look at him, raises the finger to the crowd. I'm there.
And Michalak to make it 24-0. He'll play a great role in the future games of this World Cup. 24-0 to France.
Well, French supporters, they couldn't be happier with this first half. It's just been a steamrolling, skillful display by the French.
Still, a lot of people came here thinking that a surprise might have been on tonight, that this French side hadn't really been tested, but gee, they've served notice here tonight that they are very serious contenders for the William Webb Ellis Trophy.
Well, I haven't been surprised with this French outfit. They've been very smooth. They've been so composed in this tournament. They haven't panicked. They're very well disciplined. And they're playing the game, the same game that I saw them open up their game against Fiji in the first round of their pool play. They're clinical, they're ruthless. Their big men can run, they've got great touches, they can finish, and every opportunity they've got to score, unlike what we saw in the All Blacks last night, tonight, they've made points on the board count.
And the longer they go in this tournament, it's a great reward for Fabien Galtier, their captain. He didn't start as the #1 scrum half in 2 or 3 of the World Cup campaigns that he's played in. But after being named the IRB Player of the Year last year, he comes as their number one halfback and captain. And he's done a sterling job. He was put under pressure last week, and through all that, he stayed so composed. He's a great leader, and he's done a terrific job out there tonight for France.